Welcome back, strange crew. You are tuned into another trip through life's deep cuts. We hope you enjoy the ride.
Keep it strange.
2, 1, we are rolling. And do we ever have a freaking exclusive for you? This one's been a long time in the making, and we're pretty friggin' stoked. Jay Jr., thank you so much for coming to the Strange Groove studio.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's going to be a friggin' awesome weekend.
Yes, it is.
This is going to be awesome. Thank you so much for giving us the time and to hang out with our audience and our crew. And Hawk behind the camera.
Okay. Thank you, Hawk.
Hey,
Shout out.
Unsung hero.
Unsung hero. Woo.
Yes. So I guess before we begin, let's get you to introduce yourselves.
Who are you?
We are today Junior, and my name is Jillian Parks.
I'm Kyle Gauguin,
And I'm Brett Stackhouse.
and we're missing one. Adam Guidry couldn't make it because of work, but he's our fourth member.
Adam, we miss you
Miss
and
you.
hope to see you soon at a rehearsal.
Here in spirit. Here in spirit.
Rock on.
Amazing. So I guess for the people that are maybe just discovering you guys or hearing you for the first time, tell us a little bit about your band, your style. How did you come together?
Yeah, well, it started. It was a solo project that Adam had started, and he spent years trying to get it going. Didn't have the right people, and then me and Adam started hanging out. We started doing music together, and we had the whole vision of like live organic instruments mixed with electronic aspects as
Yeah.
well. So we spent like a year just trying to figure out how to make that work. And through that time, we got Brett involved, and eventually Jillian as well as a vocalist.
Yeah.
And we all kind of brought our own little bit of style to it. So we find we have a hard time describing it. I usually say we're like R&B pop with a hint of electronicness and emo. And so there's a bit of folk in there too. 'Cause
We
of
like it all.
Jillian, and
We like it
there's
all.
there's some hip hop because Brett does rapping. So it's definitely a very eclectic band.
Yeah.
And that's what we all love about it. We can all just do our own thing.
And maybe that's what it's supposed to be about moving, into the future is that instead of being like, what genre are you? Or like, how do you identify? I think it should just be about like, well, actually, we really enjoy fucking hanging out and making tunes and we'll let you know. And if you want to
Yeah.
see it or hear it, you should come out or buy it.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
might drop,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, Sometimes you leave it up to the fans to decide the genre.
And so how has performing been over the last little bit?
It's been great. It's funny because Adam has a lot of experience when it comes to performing.
Yeah.
And same with Kyle. Kyle and his girlfriend Kate do Groovy Tuesday, a DJ set together. So, the two of them both have a lot of experience when it's coming, like, being on stage. But for me, like, I'm a folk indie artist on my own as a female singer-songwriter. So when I joined the boys, I was terrified because I'm so used to, if I mess up on my own,
Yeah.
no worries.
Well, you're
I
isolated.
can-
You're good.
Right? I'm like, I can
Yeah.
recover. But
Yeah.
when it comes to being with other members of the group, you really have to, put in the time and put in the work and make sure that you're 100% solid before you step on that stage. And I'm so thankful that, like, Brett and I had Kyle and Adam because it just made us more comfortable getting on stage and now getting on a big stage where we do feel like we're ready because we've had so many other gigs where, this isn't working out and, let's change this and let's add this and let's, arrange our stage presence and everything. So you kind of work towards the big moment, which is tomorrow for us. And being with people, it makes it less nerve-wracking because you have your people there who have your back and you're all going to just help each other out and give it your all together.
Yeah, we've definitely become a little family from this. We watch over each other. Yeah.
So have you played a stage or a show as big as Area 506 yet as a group, or is this sort of a new frontier?
So our closest would be around last year, and I want to say in the autumn, we played the Moonlight Bazaar, which was a really big opportunity for us. But it was funny when Jill on one of her first shows with us, she got the opportunity to play in front of absolutely nobody except for the bar staff. So to go from that all the way over to playing in front of thousands and thousands of people, it's been a pretty drastic change for all of us. But I mean, I think everyone's been doing pretty good with it so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like to ask people, obviously, like what their goals and what their methodology is as a band, but I like what you said about how, we're always working for tomorrow. It's kind of interesting about your name Today Junior. It's like, and you said, it's important to think about the people who are surrounding you and supporting you and to think about the live show and the stage presence. But you know what, to be honest, a lot of people don't. And they just expect, okay, well, we're going to be playing the show, you should come out. But if you're not nurturing your band and like all of those variables, right? What makes someone want to come out? Life's hard. Things are expensive, right? And like for me to come out and be like, woo, I really need to want to be there. Like I got a little pup at home, so like it's hard for me to leave him, right? So I think it's really refreshing to hear how much you guys care about not just showing up and playing together. Obviously that shows in your work ethic and your music. But I think it's like fucking really cool and refreshing that you care so much to keep refining it and to always be working for tomorrow. I think that's a really cool thing that you said.
Absolutely. And maybe we should be Tomorrow Junior.
Oh, he's
Next album, Tomorrow Junior EP Volume 1. Exclusives.
trademark that.
And then when we're old, it's gonna be Yesterday's Seniors.
Oh shit! See, I'm telling you, the branding on this is. My little heart is just warming.
Top
It's
notch.
getting so much bigger than it was.
So I'm curious because your style, as we talked about earlier, is genre defying, really in every way, and there's a little bit of everything. So I'm curious, what are some of your biggest influences? Who did you grow up listening to that sort of maybe helped you go on your path?
It's funny because I am like a folk indie artist, so Billy Martin is a huge female artist that I look up to. First Aid Kits. In Love, Bob Dylan, love Bob Dylan. Like
Bob Dylan!
honestly amazing, right? But it's funny because when I joined the band, I had left a band previously, and we never actually ended up on stage. It was just kind of something we were trying out.
Yeah.
Left that, met the boys uptown one night, and we started, playing. I got invited to join a practice and see if it was going to work. And I was like, whoa, what is this? Like, what is this music?
Yep.
And I was baffled. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to fit in. I don't know if I can make my own background fit in with the boys and the playing and the everything. And anyways, I stuck it out. I kept coming, and eventually we did just kind of mesh and grow, and I could put my own flair into it. But it's because of all of my background musicians that I've grew up with loving and listening to that, I had the chance to join something so out of my league and kind of mesh my whole indie folk into it because of those artists I listened to growing up. Yeah.
I'd say some of the influence from the start would be bands like Jungle, if you're familiar with Jungle. Me and Adam went and seen Jungle live in Montreal, and it was literally the greatest show I've ever seen. Like everything from sound to the stage presence. And so I remember that was very early on in Today Junior, and it was a moment where I was like, whoa, like this is what it could be like.
Something,
you know what I mean? Like it can be this big, right? So that was a big push for us. Funny enough, a big influence through our writing from day one is Coldplay. Cool. Funnily enough, just a lot of the singer-songwriter stuff. Like we enjoy doing that.
Well, I mean, and they really care about their audience, their stage presence, their audience, how they engage, the way that they do
Their
it.
affairs.
Yep.
Well, not theirs, but the people that have them at their shows. Listen, we can't help that music brings people together, right?
It does.
Circumstances are out of their controls if they really aren't being discreet. It's not Coldplay's fault.
It's not. I
know.
No, don't sue
them alone.
Coldplay.
Leave Coldplay out of this. Leave Brittany alone.
And for myself, before Today Junior, I was doing vocals in a hardcore band, so I come from a more emo, hardcore punk background. But in regards to what I'm doing in the band, which is like a lot more hip-hop oriented stuff right now, definitely take a lot from Mac Miller, JID, J. Cole, some Dizzy Wright, just some more modern hip-hop artists right now.
Oh, that's super cool.
Teddy Swims.
Yeah.
I got a beard.
So, we touched on this before, but I wanted to bring it back, like now that we're recording. The lineup this year at Area 506. Who are you most excited to see, and why?
Alexis on Fire. Let's go.
Let's go.
Of course, Alexis on Fire. I grew up listening to Dallas Green from City Color, but I'm also a huge fan of Half Moon Run and have seen them 6 times already. So I'm just so excited. Yeah. I'm very. I even met Half Moon Run's like a couple of their parents at an Atmosphere Festival out in BC where they're from. So yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see them again. You know, hopefully they'll, you know, maybe recognize me. Maybe come to our show. Come on. Come to our show.
Come and run. If you guys are watching right now, make sure that you are seeking out and saying hello.
Yeah.
On notice.
Or we'll be waiting for right, we'll hype you up the whole time.
Alexis on fire.
Oh yeah.
And also Cancer Bats and Death from Above 1979, which is really awesome that we get to be on the same day as them as well. That just kind of was like,
That's
how
super
apropos
cool.
is that?
Yeah, that's super cool. I loved also what you said about, like, you know, the appreciation that you guys have for music, and obviously the people that you noted. They're all people that obviously really still care about their audiences, and they're not just doing it, build it, and they come template it out. Obviously, you really care about that. And I think, you know, back in like the early 70s and 80s, there were a lot of bands like that were doing that with their album covers and their inserts and things like that.
Yeah.
And we don't really see a lot of that anymore. So I like what you guys continued to say about having such appreciation for your audience, but also always working for tomorrow. Because that just means, like, you know, no matter what, nothing will always be the same. Right? Every show that you go to, right? And it's like, obviously, you guys have a lot of appreciation for each other. I can hear it in each one of your voices when you speak. And it's really fun. It peps me up because we don't get to see this a lot. Awesome. And when you have that, you obviously showcase that charisma and that chemistry on stage. And, you know, it doesn't matter how good the music is or if it's your favorite band from 60 years ago playing Thunderstruck. It may not sound the best, but it'll sound fucking awesome because you were there. I think what I'm trying to say is that ultimately, you know, when you guys are out there playing, I can see from the hype of what I'm seeing in like the press and on social media and how people are enjoying your music that they seem to really love your energy and your chemistry. And they remember that, and that's what makes them want to continue to find and discover more about your music. And like that's why we were so stoked that you were able to come in today and just give us a few minutes and chat, because we know that, you know,
So sweet.
we may never get to see you guys are big and famous. So we gotta make sure that this is the moment. This is the interview, you guys. Okay, like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I want to echo that, like the chemistry. Even when, like, I opened the door for you guys, it was like your auras are like rays of sunshine. It's really, I was just like, oh man, can't wait to hang out with these guys.
Oh, a band who actually loves to play together.
Yeah.
They like to tour. Oh my god. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Shit.
Well, ask us that when we go on tour, like, you know, 2 weeks after, and then maybe it'll be different. No.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
that leads to my next question is sort of, what do you have on the go? What's next? 506? So a tour? Are you recording? What's coming
want?
down the pipe?
Yeah, so the big plan after this, we have so much music that we've written that isn't recorded yet. So we're going to focus on doing a lot of that, getting as much music on the radio as we can, getting our streaming up and putting some focus into that, because we have put a lot of focus into our live show. So just bringing everything up to that level, because we do want to look maybe in the next year, we want to be doing full-time touring and stuff like that. So just trying to get all the guns loaded before that point comes, so that when we start firing, we're ready.
Well, when you got allies like Jeff Liberty, I mean, how are you?
God bless Jeff.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Jeff.
Love you, Jeff.
Another OG.
Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Paul as well.
Yeah.
Trillium House Studios. Paul Milner, you are a king. You're an OG. We love you. But yeah, no, they really are. They're just like such fantastic, you know, advocates for people who want to put in the work. They will not work with lazy people.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for you guys, but I'm letting you know that they don't want to work with lazy people. They're, you know, I've always said this about John Paul. They still come out to shows.
Yeah.
Even when other bands don't go out to other band shows.
I know, right?
And like I've seen Jeff too, but I mean I've seen Paul stand out in like minus 30-degree weather when we've put on shows on a rooftop in the middle of St. John, freezing, everyone's shivering in fur jackets, and Paul's just like, yeah, I wanted to see these bands. And it's really nice
so
to
cool.
know that there are still people out there who are seeking to work with people who want to work with people just as hard as they work.
Yeah.
And like Paul and Jeff are some of the hardest working people in the music industry, and all they want to do is share the love, it seems.
Yeah.
And like, thank God we have them here in St. John. Like,
It's funny because Paul came out to see our show last summer with Neon Dreams.
Yeah.
We opened for them, and Paul is good friends with my stepdad, Brad White. Brad White.
no way,
The
Brad, you're
Whitewater.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
Very
and,
New Brunswick.
Yeah,
We
right?
work with Paul on the My Music Biz front.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, on the marketing side. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So
yeah.
they brought him out to the show, and he, you know, was probably just expecting, like, oh, yeah, like, they'll probably be good. But anyways, him and Jeff were both extremely excited about Today Junior because it is a very different sound.
That's right. Yeah.
It's unique. We're also all like such good friends, and we just like to have fun as well.
Yeah.
He's like, man, like this is just a fun band that works really hard. They love each other, and like it's just refreshing.
That's
And
exciting,
It's
yeah.
also refreshing to have Jeff and Paul have so much faith and like know that we can go places that we never even dreamt of going.
Right.
And without them, like quite possibly we never could have gotten there. So I think it's just full steam ahead from here, and it's because of them, and it's because of our hard work. It's beautiful.
Well, cheers to that.
Instantly
And I
became
mean,
part of the team.
and I mean, the thing about that. Cheers, huh?
Forgot my White Claw. Yeah. Budget went to everyone
You know,
else.
the thing about that is, like you said, when you work with people who work just as hard as you or harder than you, that's mine and Sharice's philosophy. We try to, it creates the fire under your ass, and it makes you accountable and not lazy, because those guys are checking in. They don't want to. They don't want to work with lazy people.
Oh yeah.
And that's the same with like our clients and anybody that we're working with too. Like we always want to make sure, like, okay, like we want to have a pep in our step. Otherwise, if it's not exciting to us, we don't really want to allocate the time to it.
Yeah, it's like, what's the
Right?
point, right?
Yeah, and I mean, so shout out to you guys. I mean, it's so refreshing to see, you know, you guys thriving, and I hope that, you know, the more that you guys go into the future, I hope that you'll give us the time as you progress, and check in with our audience once in a while, because I know it's been an interview that at least a dozen times people have asked to do an interview.
Nice.
So highly requested, and
Grateful to come.
Now y'all got it.
we give you what you want. We
Listen
told
to the
you
people.
this. We told you.
We will.
We don't
definitely
hold
be
out,
back.
right? And again, all the best this weekend. We hope you have a blast. We'll see you in the mosh pit.
Oh, you certainly will be seeing us
Right?
in there.
Watch out for East Coast emo night. Kate might be crowd surfing.
When
To
Limp Bizkit comes
Let's
on,
go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll have my orthopedic Vans on. And I'll make sure everything is good to go with my extra insoles, right? That way, you know, the hips don't hurt. It'll be good to go.
You can rock
Yep.
extra hard.
You got it, buddy.
Dr.
You got
Schultz,
it.
sponsored by Dr. Schultz.
Hey. We're looking for sponsorships. We need to. We need.
All right,
this.
let's make sure we clip this and tag them.
Okay, yes, we're tagging Dr. Schultz. Until next time, Strange Crew, we'll see you down at the pit, but see you later, and keep it strange.
Keep it strange.
Bye.
Keep it strange.
If you've enjoyed this, then you have to hit strangegrooves.com for more amazing content. To support this podcast and music community, go to patreon.com/strangegrooves. As always, keep it strange.